I've had this conversation approximately 400 times. Someone from California, and they're usually from the Bay Area, maybe LA, they call me and they say, "Hey, we're thinking about moving out to Western Washington. We've heard that it's so much better." And honestly, they want my truthful answer, and it depends on what you mean by so much better. Because the comparison is real, but it's not a one-sided like slam dunk that those no income tax crowds on Twitter are saying. Today, we're doing this properly. I want to go by each category with actual numbers so you honestly get what is better. And I'm not going to pull out punches in either direction. I just want to be honest because I was a Californian and moved here to Washington. The conventional take is pretty simple. California is super expensive and it's taxed to death. Washington is pretty affordable and it's I'm going to say right now, tax friendly. Case closed. Everybody moves here because, wow, it's super friendly and cheaper. Well, here's the contrast. This is where it becomes a little bit oversimplified. California is expensive for a reason. You've got a great job market there. And the weather, that is the part I royally miss. Your weather rocks. You've got established infrastructures. You've got year-round outdoor areas that you can go to. These things have really big value to me. And when you leave and you give up some of these, the question is whether what you gain, is that worth the trade? Spoiler, for most of my clients, it absolutely has been. But I'd rather you make that decision with your eyes wide open, and that way you're not getting here and you feel like somebody sold you something that you had no clue about. I've worked with dozens of California transplants, and again, I was one of them. So I've heard what they expected and watched and what actually happened. This video is the debrief I give every one of my clients before they sign anything. So stay tuned with me, keep watching, because what I'm going to do is I want to go head to head on some of things like housing costs, the income and taxes that you're going to be having here, what our job market is like, weather, and kind of what the people up here are like, and lifestyle. I do have a free relocation guide for Washington. If you go down in my bio, click the link, you'll be able to grab it. It's going to run you through what your numbers are. I'll go through this a bit on the video, but I want to make sure you grab that if you're truly thinking about moving up here. Important to always do the numbers first to make sure you're not hearing some hype that's not true. Let's talk about housing costs. The median home price in San Francisco Bay Area is hovering right now at about 1.3 to 1.6 million. That's your median home price, depending on the county. Now, in Western Washington here, do you want to know what ours is? Ours is around 625,000 statewide. So that is a huge variation. Tacoma area, their medium is maybe around 500K. And then if you come a little bit closer here to Gig Harbor, our medium is 850. And then you're going to go up if you get closer to like Bellevue, Seattle. So let me give you a little scenario. So a client of mine just came up here. They sold their 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Fremont, California for $1.45 million. They bought a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a very slight view. I don't know if I'd call it a view, and a yard in Gig Harbor, and they paid about $750,000. So do the numbers. They pocketed $700,000 in equity. Not only did they buy better, they dropped their mortgage payment by $3,200 a month. This is not hypothetical. This is actually a Tuesday for California transplants in our market. That wealth transfer effect is real. If you've built great equity in your California real estate, Western Washington currently is one of the strongest places to redeploy that money in. So you're not just buying a house, you're actually buying a really great financial position. Okay, so housing's not even close. Washington, woo, we win on that. But taxes are where it gets interesting because California won't just let you go quietly. So let's talk about the tax comparison. California's top marginal income tax rate is about 13.3%. And Washington, well, we've got 0 state income tax. I'm going to say for now, keep watching my videos, you'll hear. On a household income of about $200,000, that's potentially you're saving $20,000 to $25,000 per year that you're putting back in your pocket. And California's Franchise Tax Board will audit your move if they suspect you still have any California ties. Washington has a 10.25% sales tax. That's pretty much in King County. And we've got about a 1% property tax on assessed values on our home. And a capital gains tax on gains over 250,000, though real estate gains are generally exempt. Net, the Washington tax burden is dramatically lower for most working professionals and families. Run your specific numbers. The savings are real for almost everyone I've done the numbers for, but execute the move cleanly. Sever your California ties completely because they will check. So change everything. This is like driver's license, voter registration, your primary residence declaration. California auditors are not playing. Dry humor here, you've seen those audit horror stories. Taxes. Washington again, woo, wins by a mile. Now, the one where California generally competes is jobs. Let's talk about the job market and the honest score here. Western Washington's tech economy is anchored by companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Boeing, and there's a growing amount of mid-sized tech companies that are coming. They typically land in our east side area like Bellevue, Redmond, Kirkland. It's become one of the most concentrated tech employment zones in the country. If you're in tech and you're willing to be in person or hybrid, the Washington job market is strong. The salary levels are pretty comparable to the Bay Area, and you're not dealing with that California income tax drags. If you're fully remote, the location is obviously irrelevant to your comp, but the cost of living benefits is massive. If you're not in tech, the picture is a little bit more nuanced, like healthcare, aerospace, and skilled trades are pretty strong here. Other sectors are more limited than in a sprawling California metro, obviously. So know your field, kind of check the job market. Don't assume that we have it here. Let's go into something that's a little bit more tough, and let's talk about weather. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. California weather is generally exceptional. Your year-round mild temperatures, you have 260 to 300 days of year that are like sun. Access to the beach, you get to go to the mountains anytime you want. This is not just nothing. This, in fact, is a lot. Western Washington summers, they're June through September. I definitely think we kind of surpass California on this time frame. We've got cool temperatures. We don't have that humidity. We have mountains as well. We've got the Puget Sound, and we've got a ton of greenery. And then as you move into the fall, it's absolutely stunning. You get to see that beautiful tree color. The problem is when you hit the end of October through May, that's when you're going to see gray like you've never seen gray before. The Pacific Northwesterners who love it here have made peace with it, or they're telling themselves a story. They somehow enjoy it. They like that cozy, rainy season. And I've just had to come to a conclusion it's a personality type. If you're moving primarily for lower taxes and cost of living, but you're deeply attached to that year-round sun, budget for a winter trip somewhere warm. I'm totally serious. I go on 1 to 2 trips a year. It's cheaper than having to go to therapy over the doom and gloom factor. California wins October through May. But you know what? Washington wins in the summer. Net result depends entirely on you. Okay, last one, and this is the one nobody talks about. Let's talk about the community factor. Western Washington has this distinct culture. They're very outdoorsy, progressive, community-oriented, and let's be honest, they're pretty low-key compared to California's high performance, look what I have kind of energy. One way to look at it when you're just driving, look at the bumper stickers we have up here. We've got like our hiking trail pass or, like keep it green. We don't have a Tesla badge on how we feel one way or the other. Clients who thrive fastest in Washington are the ones who are already aligned with this type of culture. Or they're seeking like activity or outdoor groups. The ones who struggle are the ones who expect that California social dynamic and find that the Pacific Northwesterners are pretty reserved. So when you hear that word Seattle freeze, that's real. The people are super polite. You're going to have everybody say thank you, hi, how you doing? But it can take you a super long time to get any kind of deep jive or social roots with somebody. So, suggestions, what I had to do, I joined groups. So be the one who organizes, go to gyms, go to social groups. That's how you get to know some of these people and kind of break that ice. Long-term happiness in a place is less about the house and more about whether you can build a life there. Western Washington has a deep, loyal, outdoor connected community that people, you love to grow it fiercely. It just takes a little bit longer to crack open than maybe how I felt when I lived in California. Here's the honest scoreboard. Housing costs, dink, Washington wins. And it's not close. Taxes, Washington wins significantly. Jobs and tech, Washington's competitive. Weather, California is probably October through May. Washington might get this little bit over here in the summer. Community and culture really depends on who you are as a person. And for the right person and a lot of people who are that, this move is probably one of the best financial and quality of life decisions they're ever going to make. I've watched it change people's lives. I've also watched it catch people off guard. And the difference is just preparing yourself, knowing what you're getting into. So if you missed this at the beginning, I have a free Washington relocation guide. It's absolutely free. It breaks down all the tools that you're going to need. So it's going to talk about the different neighborhoods, cost of living calculators, and what to expect on the ground. You're going to find that link there in my description. And if you just want to talk more about specifics and get a real opinion, because again, I'm from there, so I'll probably know the areas you're from and tell you if it's a good jive or a good mix, depending on your personality, just reach out to me directly. That's what I'm here for. If you've liked this video, subscribe for some more honest takes on the market. And again, if you're looking for that information on what's going on with our taxes, check out my other videos. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.